Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Show me that Greninja booty, baby. Oh, look at that. Look at that water shuriken. Oh my gosh. Oh. Hey everybody. How's it going? Matt Ruck here, and as you guys might have noticed, 6.1 was released for Pixelmon Reforged, and with that, we got Ash Greninja, this sexy hunk of froggy ninja. And if you want to find out how to get him, stay tuned.
Everybody jump!
Hey everybody, so obviously you're here for this video because you want to figure out how to get yourself an Ash Greninja on the server. And I don't blame you, it is an extremely powerful Pokemon, and it's one of the coolest Pokemon in my opinion, because it's Ash's Battle Bond Mega Form Greninja, so it doesn't require a Mega Evolution Stone like most of them do, but it's still just a beast of a Pokemon. So this video I'm going to kind of go over what you need to do in order to actually obtain him, because he's going to be a very powerful Pokemon, almost to like a legendary status. So the first step to getting the Ash Greninja on the server is you actually need to find yourself a Super Rod. So there are two ways you can get them that I'm aware of. One, you can find fishermen NPCs to battle, and you have a small chance of getting a rod, which could be a good rod, an old rod, or a super rod. But the fastest way that I've found is actually by foraging in water blocks with water Pokemon, and you have a 0.8% chance to get one. So the first thing you want to do is get yourself a full team of water Pokemon. As you can see, I've got 6 Frogadiers, all water type. So I'm going to throw them all out right now. Alright, so I got all 6 of my Frogadiers. That one's gigantic. He's like a freak. I pull them all into the water. And for those of you who don't know, forage, you can see in the top right of the screen, if you push G on a block, this Pokemon should be able to forage that block for a potential chance at an item, a random item. And there are specific items that you can get from specific blocks, but you need also specific types of Pokemon to get certain items. It's kind of complicated. If you'd like, I can do a video on foraging as well if you'd like, but I think you guys get the point. So what you're going to want to do is go to your first Frogadier, whatever. It doesn't have to be the first one, but just go find him wherever he's at and hit G. Where is he at? Where is he at? Well, once you get to him, you have to push the block right in front of him. Where are you at? Are you it? No. Oh, this one. It was this one. So as you can see in the top right corner, the forage button got grayed out, and you can kind of see it's on a cooldown. So that's when you push the down arrow to go to your next Pokemon, and you try foraging again. So I got an old rod there, you can see it. I got a fish from the first one, it looks like. Go to the next one. Oh, I got a fishing rod. Let's see. Let's go through all these once. I'm pushing all the buttons on my keyboard. I'm just spam clicking right now. I'm trying to do this fast, guys. I'm sorry. Anyways, you get the idea. You forage the water blocks, and eventually you'll end up with the super rod. So I'm going to fast forward to the point that I actually get a super rod. Ta-da! God, that's so... Okay, so I did find my super rod, and now you have to actually go find the biome to fish in for Ash Greninja, okay? So, first off, a super rod works just like a regular fishing rod, but the icon that you need to look at to see when you have caught something is a little bit different. I will get to that in a second. Again, the biome you need to fish in to get Ash Greninja is actually a swamp biome, or a Swampland M biome. So, either of those will work to fish in. So, I just happen to be in a Swampland M biome, and I'll explain why. If you have the choice between the two, go to a Swampland M biome, because it does have a 0.005% higher chance to spawn a Greninja as well, I believe. Only in the daytime. Somebody may want to check my percentages on there. It's not significant, but you know, it does add up. If you're going to spend hours and hours of your time here, you might end up spawning in a Greninja. So the next actual requirement to get Ash Greninja is that you need to use your super rod and fish in an area that has 4 blocks deep of water. So as you can kind of see here, I dug this down, so there are 4 blocks deep of water. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then this 4th one up here. And then I've got this little platform here. So I just kind of, if you want to check to make sure that you're in the swamp biome, hit F3. It should show in the right side, top right corner. My webcam is currently covering it up, but it says Swampland M biome. So just throw your fishing rod in there, and as you can see, you're getting dots on the screen. It goes 1, 2, 3, it goes through it. Unfortunately, not even a nibble that time. I don't know why they put that in there. I hate the not even a nibble. There, I got one. So I got only 1 exclamation point. When you fish with these Pixelmon rods, you're going to get Pokemon, and I believe in Swampland M, if you get 3 exclamation points, you also have a chance to get a Water Stone gem. So if you get 1 exclamation point, obviously you can get a Seaking, but you can also get a Barboach, which obviously they're not really all that important Pokemon to get. You can also get a 2 exclamation point, which gives you Whiscash, Feebas, and Frogadier. So I'd say Whiscash is the most common, Feebas is an uncommon catch, and then Frogadier is a rare catch for 2 exclamation points. And then, as I mentioned before, 3 exclamation points, which is the most you can get. It's very rare to get, but probably every 15 to 20 minutes, if you fish constantly, you can get one. You can get a Water Stone gem or a Greninja, okay? So Water Stone gem, a Water Stone, not a Water Stone gem, sorry. A Water Stone is probably the more rare catch of the 3 exclamation point, which is good for us because that means you have a higher chance of getting the Greninja every time. But with Greninjas, according to the code, you have a 1 in 5 chance of a Greninja having the Battle Bond ability. So it's still extremely rare, guys. So don't expect to just go out fishing for 5 minutes and getting your Ash Greninjas. It's most likely going to take you multiple hours to do so. Alright, so this is an Ash Greninja with the Battle Bond ability. I guess it's not technically an Ash Greninja right now, but it is a Greninja with the Battle Bond ability, which turns it into the Ash Greninja. So as you can see, it looks exactly like your normal Greninja. So that means that whenever you catch a Greninja while fishing in a swamp, you need to capture it to actually verify if it has the ability Battle Bond. The only other way you can test it is if you actually allow it to knock out one of your Pokemon, and then it should, if it has the ability, transform into the Ash Greninja while you're battling. So if you want to take a look, let's take a look at the summary. Again, there it shows the Battle Bond ability, and for those of you who don't know, just a quick touch upon the ability, it boosts its attack and special attack stats, as well as gives the Water Shuriken move a buff as well. And I'm not going to go into too much detail about the buffs on this video just because it would be too long, but just FYI. So I want to showcase the Battle Bond ability to all of you just so you can kind of see what happens in the game when you use it. So I've got my Battle Bond ability Greninja, and I've found an NPC. Hopefully it's got more than 2 Pokemon, or more than 1 Pokemon. So I'm going to use Water Shuriken on this Pokemon to bring it down. As you can see right off the bat, so okay, as you can see, it's like glowing right now, and you hear the explosion, and it transforms into the Ash Greninja. Well, the Ash Greninja, the kick-ass Ash Greninja, the kick-ash Greninja. Stupid joke, I'm sorry. Anyways, it transforms. It should have a stat boost now, as well as powers up the Water Shuriken, but since this NPC is a pretty low level, we won't really be able to tell a difference for the Water Shuriken damage. But I just wanted to let you know what it looks like when you do have a normal Ash Greninja. So getting back to the actual Ash Greninja, I want to show you guys something real quick. First off, that animation is sick. Whoever did that double or triple front flip animation for Ash Greninja, good work. Keep it up. But guys, I want to show you this because normally the Battle Bond Greninja at the end of a battle goes back to its regular form, right? Just like the TV series. However, there is another way to get Ash Greninja, and I'm not sure if this is a bug or if this is intentional, but you can actually spawn in an Ash Greninja, right? So obviously this one isn't in battle right now. I just threw it out of its Pokeball, but it's still in the Ash Greninja form. And I want you to take a look at the stats real quick. Like, the stats that it has for special attack and attack are actually higher than it is, and it's roughly the same level as the other one with the Battle Bond. So it does have its permanently boosted stats, which is a pretty sweet deal, in my opinion. But when I mentioned before that you can go to a Swampland or a Swampland M, I don't know why it's so difficult for me to say, but I found a Swampland M because of that higher percentage rate to spawn in a Greninja, okay? So if you spend 20 hours in a Swampland trying to fish up a Greninja, you have a slightly higher chance at spawning in one. And I believe, I believe this can only be done with spawns, because I have not yet caught an Ash Greninja, a perma Ash Greninja, while fishing. But I believe you have a small chance at actually spawning in a permanent Ash Greninja. Again, this might be a bug, it might be fixed in the future, but it's pretty sick to have one that's permanently in Ash Greninja form, right? So just want to let you guys know that. Anyways, guys, if you liked this video, if you thought it helped you out, please consider hitting that like button. Also, if you want to see more videos on Ash Greninja, I'm going to do a video on some of the best movesets you can have on your Ash Greninja, and also what you want to do for EV training and stats, what you're looking for, nature, stuff like that in a future video, because this could be a very meta Pokemon just because of how powerful it does become. So if you want to see that video, consider hitting that subscribe button. It certainly helped me out a ton. Thank you all for watching this video, and I will see you all next time. One last thing, if you guys have any questions about what I covered in this video, please leave a comment below. I'll be more than happy to answer all of your questions. And also, I want to give a shout out to Tom1X. I'll leave his name actually in the video, because he actually he had this Ash Greninja spawn on top of him while he was fishing for one. And I was able to trade him a Zekrom for it. I really wanted this because I was so intrigued by what it was, and I thought it was bugged, honestly. But thank you again, once again, Tom1X, for trading me this Ash Greninja.